Guys, let's go ahead and kick things off here with first game on the board, the Ravens and the Browns. Right now, the Browns are 2.5 to 3 point home favorites over the Ravens, a total of 42.5 to 43 in this. We know what we're getting here in both of these teams. We're getting one of the weirdest schedule quirks I think I've ever seen, where the Browns last played the Ravens, got to go on bye and come back from the bye and play the Ravens again, with the Ravens having a game in between. So if there's any sort of scheduling favoritism here, it is certainly going to be there for the Browns. On the Ravens side of things, we know, look, they went for two. They didn't get it. They lose the game. It is what it is. They go down. One of their best players, if not the best player on defense for them, in Marlon Humphrey. So not great for them on that aspect. And of the laundry list of injuries that Baker Mayfield has been dealing with, at least he's had a week to try and get some of those things to feeling better for him. Brad, I'll start with you on this one. Look, we got a short spread home team that is coming off a bye that is got the luxury of watching the team that they last played play a week of games and then get to play them again. We know what the Ravens are coming off of as well. What are you looking at here in this one?
I bet the Browns here. I mean, I bet the Browns 2 weeks ago at plus 3.5, and obviously got diddled by that late field goal. But I still thought it was the right side, essentially. The matchup from then was the offensive line is bad. They cannot block Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney, and the rest of the gang. And the Ravens' offensive line is now weaker. They lost their right tackle. They couldn't block Pittsburgh last week. I think it was 6 sacks for Pittsburgh, something like that. TJ Watt got 12 pressures or something. He was just going berserk. And I don't really see how it's different this week, right? Now you've got fresh Browns defensive line going up against this sort of more injured Ravens unit. And then Lamar, there's the little bit of this book out now on how to tackle him. Last 3 Miami Thursday night game where they threw a load of zero blitz at him. He's been blitzed 54 times in those last 3 games, and he's got a 9.4 QBR. So, that's out of 100. That's really terrible. So they can't block him straight up, and I suspect they'll send some blitzes as well. So I don't see that going well for them. And then when the Ravens have no players left. Like to me, they've not been a good team all year, right? They've been running out of corners all year, and Marlon Humphrey is kind of the last good player. They could he was kind of their queen on the chessboard. They would man him up on whoever, and then go around their blitz packages. But they don't really have anyone now. Their best player left is maybe Anthony Averett, who teams were picking on when Humphrey was in there. So he's your best corner now. The Browns aren't prolific, but I think they'll be taking some shots, run, play action to Donovan Peoples-Jones or whoever, and I can see them just scoring. I think 20 will be enough to cover the 2.5, to be honest.
Yep. So, Stephen, I know you are not necessarily opposite of the thinking of Brad and I on this one, but you do have an alternate way that you're going about playing this game.
Yeah, the line movement here has been wild. The look ahead was -1 for the Ravens. They lose to the Steelers on that 2-point conversion at the end of the game. And now I'm seeing +3 popping in a couple spots here. It's juiced, but we're moving towards +3 here, +2.5 at most spots as we record this on Thursday. But there is a 3 now. So this thing is getting steamed. And listen, I see your depleted Ravens secondary, but I raise you a terrible wide receiver core for the Cleveland Browns. And I think we need to remember still that this Cleveland Browns offense has not scored 20 points in most of their games in recent memory. They've scored 20 points in one of their past 7 games. The Houston Texans have scored 20 points in 2 of their past 7 games. Like, this is how bad they've been. So I'm not sure that I want to take the worst of the number here at this point with Cleveland with this crazy line movement. And now we're kind of in teaser territory for the Baltimore Ravens. We're at +2.5 in a lot of spots. Tease that up through the 3, through the 7. It is a low total in this game between 42 and 43. I think it's a nice spot here, just a patented teaser leg here for Baltimore. I understand all your concerns with it, but who do I trust more to bounce back offensively at this point? And I still think it's Lamar Jackson to at least do enough to cover a touchdown or better this week in a teaser leg.
Yeah, I get you. I mean, I could see this thing being low scoring. I think both things can be true. I prefer to just play the Browns at 2.5 as opposed at under a field goal as opposed to the 8.5 on the Ravens. You talk about the Browns not scoring points, and so save that one blowout against New England. The defense has given up since week 7 in the NFL. They've given up 14, 15, 16, 10, and then 16 points. So they have also not given up 20 points in these games either, right? And so this defense has been playing super, super well. Again, save that one game where they got blown out against the New England Patriots. And so I think that there's a chance they put up 20 and then they could even still cover the 8.5 in a teaser leg, which is why I don't want to play the Ravens in a teaser leg here. I think that
Just give me 13 points, man. Just give me 13 points, Lamar.
The Browns could have 20, and then I think that there's a decent chance that the Ravens only put up 10. And so I'm on the Browns here in this one as under a field goal favorites. They run the ball. They're going to run the ball more effectively. Kareem Hunt has another week on the bye for him to get more worked in back into this offense as well. I think that makes this offense a little bit more what they want it to be as well. So a lot of things here kind of signaling for me on the Browns.